Here today with Geneva Darnell with the Jacksonville Zoological Garden at the penguin display, obviously. And
This is Cobblepot, and this is Oswald.
Oswald. And these are these South American penguins?
They are from South America. They are called Magellanic penguins.
So I was talking to Geneva earlier, and I didn't realize that the African penguin is almost extinct. They've lost like 99% of their population of penguins pretty recently because, and I didn't know this either, but penguins nest in their guava. But with the harvesting of the guava to use for crops and things like that, humans are over harvesting it, leaving the penguins no place to nest. So they're not dying off because of it, but they're not procreating, so they're not replacing the population. And so out of that, they were like, okay, well, we're going to lose all these penguins in like South Africa and Namibia if we don't do something real quick. And that's when they came up with the Invest in the Nest campaign.
Exactly.
So in the Invest in the Nest campaign, well, first of all, you had a bunch of folks from the United States.
From AZA, Accredited Facilities, which is Association of Zoos and Aquariums.
So it's not only just the zoos across the nation, it's the aquariums across the nation.
Absolutely.
We all get together, and they developed a artificial nest that these penguins can use. But of course, they had to make several prototypes, see which one would work in a particular climate, not too hot, not too cold, keeps them from predation, protects them. Well, they finally found recently a nest that works for the South African penguins, and that's when they started the Kickstarter campaign.
Exactly.
So tell us a little bit about the South African penguins and Invest in the Nest.
Sure. So there was a Kickstarter campaign that was done last year for something called Invest in the Nest, and basically you could invest money and the funds would go directly to making nests in South Africa for the very endangered South African penguins.
Not only was this an opportunity where they raised how much money? Like $200,000?
It was over $180,000, yeah.
Okay, over $180,000, but we can still sponsor a nest today. So I found out today I can spend just $50 to sponsor a nest for a penguin in South Africa. So that's what I'm going to do. And so tell me a little bit about how that whole thing got going there.
It was a Kickstarter campaign, and it was started mainly by a gentleman at the Dallas Zoo named Kevin Graham. And he got all the AZA accredited facilities and aquariums in North America together to raise money for critically endangered African penguins through a program called SAFE, which is Saving Animals from Extinction. That campaign, the SAFE campaign, was developed, and there were very few animals on it to begin with. African penguins were one of the first to make zoos and aquariums realize how important it is to save these amazing animals in the wild. There's a facility called SANCCOB in South Africa that does all of the rehab release back into the wild of not only African penguins, but also Cape gannets, cormorants, and several other types of seabirds. They just updated their facility. It's a little bit larger right now. You can go on SANCCOB,
SANCCOB.co.za. So if you wanted to invest in the nest, then you too could sponsor a nest in South Africa.